Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Pharma Learning with Deepika. In my previous video, I have already discussed about the definition of size reduction, objective of size reduction, the processes of size reduction, advantages and disadvantages of size reduction, and the factors affecting size reduction. So today we're gonna study about the principle and the theory of the size reduction. So let's talk about the principle of size reduction. So size reduction principle is based on the following methods like cutting, compression, impact and attrition. So cutting means a material is cut by a sharp blade. So cutter mill is based on the principle of cutting. Then compression, a material is crushed between the roller by pressure. So the roller mill is based on the principle of compression. Then impact, a material breaks by hammer or bases at high speed. So the principle of hammer mill is based on impact. Then moving particles strike against a stationary surface, example fluid energy mill, that is based on the principle of impact. Then attrition, so breakdown of material by rubbing action between the two surfaces. So you can say that the fluid energy mill is based on both the principles like attrition and impact. So here you can see in this diagram that impact, when hammer strike onto the material, then first it cracks and then it breaks into the smaller particles. And attrition, in the principle of attrition, two surfaces are moving in opposite direction to each other and the material is placed between these two surfaces. So in the principle of attrition, first the edges of that material get break. In shear, one phase is stationary and one phase is moving. So the material placed between these surfaces and the other surface is moving. Now in compression, both the surfaces moves towards each other and compresses the material which is placed between them. So this is the processes like smashing, when two surfaces move each other and smash a material, then breaking of the material, then attrition, then splitting of a material into two halves, then cutting with the help of cutter, then crunching, like the method is used in pistol and mortar. Now let's talk about the classification of size reduction of equipment. So the type of size reduction equipment like the crushers, so on crushing, example edge runner mill and end runner mill are called as the crushers. Then grinders like impact mill, with example is hammer mill, rolling compression, that is roller mill, attrition mill, that is attrition mill, tumbling mill, ball mill. Then ultra fine grinder, the example is fluid energy mill, and the cutting machine, that is cutter mill. Now the name of the mills and the mechanism. On the basis of mechanism of action, we can divide the mills like hammer mill. So hammer mill is based on the impact mechanism and used for almost all the kind of drugs. Then roller mill, which is based on the principle or you can say mechanism of attrition and compression. So the material which we can use is a soft material. Then colloidal mill, so colloidal mill is based on the principle of impact and attrition, or the material which we used for the size reduction is all kind of drugs or brittle drugs you can say. Next is the ball mill, so principle is impact and attrition, or you can say the mechanism is impact and attrition, so used for almost all kind of drugs and brittle drugs. Then fluid energy mill is based on the principle of impact and attrition, and the material used is moderately hard and fibrable material is used. Now the theories of size reduction or milling. So the number of theories have been proposed to establish a relationship between the energy input and the degree of size reduction. So the theories are based on the name of the scientists like Röntgen's theory, Born's theory, Crick's theory and Walker theory. So these are the scientists which have given different kinds of theories for size reduction. So let's talk about the Rettinger's theory. So Rettinger's theory suggests that the energy required in a size reduction process is proportional to the new surface area produced. So to calculate this, the equation is E equals to Kr Sn minus Si. So E is the energy required for a size reduction. So in size reduction, you know very well that for size reduction you require some kind of energy to reduce the size of a material. When these two things are there, then you can get the size reduction. Then Kr is the Rettinger's constant, Si is the initial specific area of a material, or Sn is the final specific surface area. So what is the application? It is most applicable in size reducing brittle material undergoing fine milling. So for fine milling or for reducing the brittle material size, we use this Rettinger's theory. Now let's talk about the Bohr's theory. So Bohr's theory states that the energy used in crack propagation is proportional to the new crack's length produced. So the equation is E equals to 2 kb 1 upon root of dn minus 1 upon root of di. So E is the energy required for reduction of the size, and kb is the Bohr's work index, and di is the initial diameter of the particles, and dn is the final diameter of the particles. So where we can use this Bohr's theory? So useful in the rough mill sizing, or the work index is useful in comprising the efficacy of the milling operation. How much efficacious the milling operation is, then we use this Bohr's theory. Then Kick's theory. So Kick's theory states that the energy used in deforming or fracturing a set of particles of equivalent shape is proportional to the ratio of the change of the size and diameter. So the equation is E equals to Kk log di upon dn. So E is the energy required for size reduction, and Kk is the Kick's constant, and di is the initial diameter of a particle, and dn is the final diameter of a particle. So where we can use this Bohr's theory, Kick's theory, for crushing of large particles, Kick's theory must be used. Then Walker's theory. So Walker's proposed a generalized differential form of an energy size relationship, that is dE equals to minus K small d upon dn. So E is the amount of energy or work done required to produce a change in the size of a particle. Then D is the size of unit mass, and K is the constant, and N is the constant. So if N is equals to 1, then the Walker equation become Kick's theory. It is used for coarse particle greater than 1 um. If N equals to 1.5, then Walker's equation become Bohr's theory. This theory is used when neither Kick's nor Rettinger laws is applicable. If N equals to 2, then Walker's equation becomes Rettinger's theory. So used for fine particles which is less than 1 μm in size. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel Pharma Learning with Deepika. Stay safe and healthy. Bye bye. Take care.